Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. If this is the first time you're stopping by, you're most definitely welcome. If this is not your first time, you're most definitely welcome as well. I'm so sorry for being quiet on this channel for a while, but we are back. Happy New Year. I wish us all a blessed 2026. So guys, I'll be showing us how to wig how to make a wig from scratch. We are actually going to be using a sewing machine. I'm actually going to be teaching you how to measure your head size. From there, we're going to mark these measurements on the mannequin head, and I'm going to be showing you how to make a full frontal wig. And also I'm going to be showing you how to weft it, how to sew the wefts on the sewing machine. So guys, if this is what you want to know how to do, just stick through. Make sure you like the video so that YouTube will push this video outside and promote my channel. Make sure you comment and make sure you subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you as we go on. Stay tuned. So guys, these are the measurements we're going to be taking for this recap. We all do not actually have the same head size measurement, so it is actually crucial for you to take your head size measurements before you start wigging. So jot this down and make use of it. Even though you're making for a client, it's actually advisable to take measurements for the client's head before you start making a wig, so that the wig is not too big or it's not too tight.
So we're about to start wigging. I use this mesh dome wig cap. That's what I use for my wigs. You can see what it looks like in the video. Then the next step, I'll be transferring my measurements, all the measurements I took on this canvas. So I'm using a 22 size canvas. That's what I'll be using in this video. So this canvas, you can see the back, the way the shape is like a human head. Okay, so it's a faceless canvas, so you can't really tell where the hairline is starting from. So what I usually do is that I measure 9. I start from 9. So see what I'm doing. I measured from the neck to the top 9. I minus 9. So that's where my hairline is starting from. So her front to the nape from my measurements, it's 13.5 inches. They are all in inches. Measurements for wigging, they are taken in inches. So 13.5. You can see from the point of 9 that I measured to get my hairline. You can try it on your face. Measure from your jaw to where your hairline stops. Is that you get a 9 or 8? So just try it. So I'm about to measure the nape. My nape is 5. So I divided into 2, it gave me 2.5. So I'll put it in the middle. You can see the canvas have a middle line. So that's your center pattern. So I put the 2.5 from that side to the next side. So you can see. So I'm trying to pin my 5. So don't forget, to get equal numbers, you have to divide into 2 whenever you're doing your nape. If you have a 4, divide it into 2. That's 2 will be the middle. So you place the 2 where the middle is, then you extend, then you pin. If you have 5, you use 2.5, just like what I did in the video. So I'm done taking my measurements on the canvas. I'm transferring it now to my wig cap. So you can see. So I'll remove the T-pins, shift the cap to where I removed the T-pin. So I'll pin it. Yes. So the next one, I'll do same what I did at the front. I'll do it same at the back. So I'll drag it to where the T-pin is, and I'll pin. So you drag the nets again where you measured for the nape. Okay, you pin it. Same to the other side. That's what you will do. So you drag it. So at this point, when you finish, like my wig is a perfect fit, so I don't need to reduce anything from it. 1 inch forward. That was what I did in this video. Forward from the wig cap. So same thing with the other side, 1 inch forward. Just watch. So whatever you do to the left, you do to the right. That's how wigging is. Whatever you do to the left, you do to the right, so that it can be the same when you're done. Okay, so you can see how I pulled the hair. That's because when I was weaving, I dragged the nets. So this is 1 inch forward, 1 inch forward. Take notes. So that part is what will rest on your ear when you wear it. So it just sits perfectly on your ear. So this end is very important. After wigging, you're supposed to have something like this, like that M shape. After pinning down, you're supposed to have that M. Take notes of the 1 inch. You can see my hand, see. So take note of this. Okay, so now the next step is to sew. I'll sew the wig, the frontal to the cap. So this is it after sewing. So I'm just doing a temporal sewing because I use if you are using your hand to make your wig, then you try and make it really close so it doesn't lose. So me, I'm using a machine. I'm using machine for my wigging. So this is just like a temporal sewing. I'm still going to use machine to sew on it. That's why I'm leaving much gap in my sewing. So just watch me as I try to stitch the frontal to the wig cap. So I'm done. You can see I'm done stitching, so I'll just tie it, just trying to, and cut out the thread. The next step is the guideline. So I use from the top, I use half inch. So I'm using half to where I got 3 inches. Then from my 4th inch, I start doing 1 inch, the space. One inch. One inch. Okay, so you keep going. So you draw your guidelines. These guidelines, what it does is that it helps you while sewing, even if you are using your hand to sew or you are using a machine to wig your hair. It just gives you a guide. It helps you to sew on a straight line. That's what the guidelines does. So I'm drawing my guideline. I'm drawing my guideline. So when I got to the half inch side, see what I did? Yes. So you come and draw the other side. So I started from that side, so it can give me, so that my line can be straight. You can choose to start from the down, it doesn't matter, but just make sure you get a straight line as possible. So I'm done drawing my guideline. You can see what it looks like. So now I'm taking out the T-pins that I use in holding the recap to the canvas because I'm transferring it to my machine to start wigging. So that's what I'm doing here. Okay. Okay, so now I'm transferring it to my machine because I'm using the machine to wig. It's faster for me, that's why. Which is a hand stitching class. Just as it is double like that, you just go ahead and you start sewing. But for those using machine, you use your machine to double the width. So most times I love using the zigzag to sew. So it's a zigzag that I'm using. The hair, ear to ear part, so I'm placing it on that line that we drew. Don't forget allowance. Don't forget to leave your allowance for the ear allowance. So placing it on the machine. And if you zoom it so that you can see well, I'm going to see closely. Alright, so just tell me zoom so they can see well. Okay, so this is it. So I would sew my frontal first. I always sew the frontal first. Even if I'm using hand, I sew my frontal first before I start attaching the widths. The ribbon, the bundles, sorry, before I start attaching my ribbon. So the idea with sewing with machine is that when you sew, if you want to have a bump-free wig, when you sew, don't drag your cap. Make sure that you just place the your weave on it, then you just sew. Don't drag. It will be bumpy. So to avoid any bumpiness, don't drag. So you can see my ear to ear, the left ear allowance. Okay. Here's my razor. Alright, so this is it. I've attached the frontal to the cap. So this is what it looks like inside. So because I'm using a machine to sew, I'm going to cut off this net now and do the fitting. I always like to fit my wigs, so I would know if everything is fine before I proceed. But if you're using your hand to sew, there's no way you can do any fitting because it's already on the canvas and you've taken your proper measurement. So it's just for you to go ahead, finish sewing everything before you take it out. Then that's when you can fit and cut off this cap. But when I'm using machine, I always cut off this cap after I
fix my frontal, so I'll cut it off and I'll try the wig so you can see what it's like, how it sits in on my head before we proceed. This client's head is a 22. I think the most popular, common, let me use the word common size that we have is mostly 22. We do 22 a lot, like most clients. Their head sizes fall within the range of 22, 22.5.
So guys, after fitting the cap on your head to be sure whether the frontal lays down properly from right ear to left ear, you can go ahead to start sewing your weave on or your weave down to the cap, following the guidelines that we showed earlier. Just make sure to follow the guidelines line by line, going in a round form from one ear to the other, from one ear to the other, and until you get to the middle, then you pause, just like as I am showing you right now.
We are done sewing these parts, so now we're about to sew these parts like this. So like I said, it's just place it, follow your guidelines until you can't find any guideline again, then you know you're done again. So I want to show you this so you can see it's still the same thing when you use your hand. So you get your ribbon and you place it. Remember the rules, don't drag the cap, because if you drag your cap it will have balls. So see, don't drag, don't do that, just place it on it neatly. Don't drag, just place on it, no dragging. That's the only way you can have a bump free. So you cut at every point. When you reach where the line stops, you pause. Mary's full. Okay. Okay, so we are sewing the last line. So when sewing this, don't put the weave on, don't place the weave on the frontal. It should be facing, they should be facing each other side by side, just like how it says, see it, side by side, not on the frontal. So just see what I'm doing and just do the same. Whether you're using your machine, whether you're using your hand, it's still the same thing. So that's what I'll be doing in this video. Then when I'm done, I'll show you what the wig looks like. Okay, so we are done wigging. So let me show you what the wig looks like inside. So this is how it looks. You can see how neat our sewing is, bump free. You can see how the cap is. So what you need to do now is just cut off all the threads. Cut all the threads for the neat work. Very important. Check it out. Are you seeing? Then when you're done, you place your elastic band. Okay, so we're measuring our tape. So for this, our head size is 22. So we're using 8.5. Whenever I'm wigging for a 21, I use 8 inches. Then I'm wigging for a 23. I use same 8.5. So I'll be measuring 8.5 for this 22 inches. See, 8.5, 8.5. So here's it. Don't add jara or so we measured our 8. So now placement, very important. So if you're using your hand, this is how you do it. So this is how we place our elastic band. We don't place it on the frontal. No, don't do that. If you place on the frontal, you'll be weakening the frontal. You find out that in no time that place will tear because the pressure will be too much for that net. So you have to place it on this part. This is where you place it. See it. This is how we place our own frontal. If you are using your hand, you just use your thread and needle, then you go ahead to just stitch. But we're using machine now to attach this. So we are sewing on this side. This side, please take note. See, look, the ear to ear part. See, this. That's where we are sewing it. So Vicky, please zoom so you can see now. In case you're not checking out. So this is it. Place it on it. So I sewed the first part. That's my thread. Then the second part, like I said, on this side, that's where you're placing it. See the ear to there. So this is it. Place it here. If you're using thread and needle, just go ahead and stitch with your hand. Alright. So we are done stitching. So this is what it should look like when you're done. You can see the elastic band. See where we placed it. Not on the nets, not on the frontal.